Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning ever, home where the old folks stay.
Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Greg, Wayne, Josh, and Cameron, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends, lore, and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida.
Did you open your eyes just because I said something last week?
A
about
few
you?
weeks ago, I said the intro with my eyes closed, and Cameron
You
called
do
me
it
out on
every
it.
week, but like you purposely,
I
like
see
your eyes,
the words.
He
I had
his
an
eyes
epiphany.
closed. He had his eyes closed for the first half, and then all of a sudden, like they just
Ping.
popped open
Yeah.
and looked at me, and I'm like,
Yep.
I had an epiphany that it was
Scared me a little bit.
comfort blanket for me,
It's
for me
like
to
somebody
close
waking
my
up
eyes.
from a coma.
Right.
It was startling last
And
night.
I'm like, we're still doing this thing when I passed out a long time ago.
Still
Listen,
doing it.
170.
170.
The
Here
big
we
boy.
are.
Yeah,
we
man.
have some good stuff coming up for you. We're really excited about headlines, most importantly.
Oh man, that's
Well,
my
I
favorite.
mean,
That's the
every
bread and
week.
butter.
Yeah,
Right?
it really is the foundation to this, this great show. But
Come on.
it's the foundation, probably the doors in the wall,
Keep going.
maybe the roof and the windows.
The paint on the outside.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
good in your house that you could think of?
Air conditioner.
That's the headline. Oh,
Come
air
on,
conditioner.
for
The water softener.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
What would you say? Okay, just before you go on, what would you say Josh and I segments are?
Oh, the
If-
bidets of the house.
Josh is the bidet of
that
the house.
was- I'd high five you, and I went to, but it was so far away.
Yeah.
I
What
got
about
so
me?
excited when you said
Josh is
bidet.
the bidet of the house.
Oh yeah, the second bidet.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's just
two
My
bidets.
house has two bidets.
I don't know.
That's a nice
Fancy
house.
house and
Come
headlines.
on.
Okay, headlines. All right, our first headline. We have a Florida man who's
Yes.
in jail.
Come on.
Okay, in prison, in jail. He's incarcerated.
Naughty
somewhere.
boy.
Yeah, same
Now,
diff.
I don't think he likes his lawyer.
Mm.
Okay.
Who does?
I mean,
I assume
think
some
that a lot
people.
of people probably
Don't like
do.
mine.
Like if they're working well for you,
Yeah,
and
you
they're
probably
getting
like
you
them.
out of jail.
Yeah.
Obviously, this guy's still in jail, so he didn't really care for his lawyer
True.
or the courthouse specifically. And so he decided to write a letter,
Okay.
send it to the courthouse, put it in an envelope, and send it to the courthouse. And the letter basically said that he had hidden a bomb in the courthouse.
Okay.
Wow.
And that he was going to blow it up. Now,
Now he's flirting.
he's just is a joke.
Just being
Guys,
Okay.
guys,
Yeah.
it was a joke.
silly, goofy mood.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah. Why
anyways,
the warning letter though?
that's the weird thing, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna do something. No, actually, I'm not even gonna say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he sends this letter.
Mhm.
Okay, and so when they find it, when they open it, they call the police. So police, get everybody out of the building and
Right,
the surrounding
right.
areas. Start looking for anything mysterious or strange. They said they found a device, but they took it away. They
Okay.
properly took it away or whatever. But it never comes back that it was a bomb or that he had
It was a
anything
Roomba.
to do with.
Oh
Probably.
wow. Yeah.
It never ended up
That's
saying that
scary.
he did anything with this, like it was his device.
Right.
All it says was that he sent this letter to the courthouse
Uh-huh.
saying he was going to blow it up. Weird thing was he put his name as the return address
There you
and,
go.
and the jail.
Oh,
That sounds like
So-
a cry for help.
It was super. They found him
That's
super
confusing.
quick. It was really easy to figure out who sent this. They also found out that he sent a second one to his lawyer. So
the letter or the bomb?
You don't know.
Hey, man.
The cops never told us. They're
That's
being
really
super
confusing.
suspicious about what that device
Oh
was.
wow.
Well, a bomb didn't go off, correct?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
everybody's
So,
safe. Everybody's fine. I'm just curious what the device was.
yeah.
That they took away?
Okay.
That
And
they
he
took
sent
away,
it
I
you
see
know?
what you're
from
saying.
jail.
It could have been one of those electric scooters that are all over the place in like
No,
Tampa.
those are worth money.
A suspicious device just left next to
In
the
a courthouse.
The thing about it
You never
is,
know.
man, is I don't know. I feel like most of the time,
This is gonna
if
be
someone's
good.
writing a letter
Mhm.
to give you a heads up about a bomb,
Yep.
Right.
like aren't most bomb threats like called in? Like, hey, there's a bomb in the
Yes.
building.
I
Like,
don't
know.
if you're writing a letter,
But
like,
you only get like one phone call a day. So
yeah, but
you
like
don't wanna
snail
waste
mail,
on
like, I
that.
mean, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't really trying to. I think
Like,
he was
not
just-
get caught.
He needed attention. Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, maybe so.
if I were serious about my bombing,
you wouldn't tell anybody.
there we go.
you just
You
In the
know my-
1960s,
you know my
Weather Underground, they had a lot of successful bombings.
Next
up in Seattle and
headline.
You don't
Ohio.
have to be a weatherman.
They didn't tell anybody.
right. Next headline: we have
Get
a
'em.
Florida lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Kangaroo court.
she had a little bit too much to drink. What does that mean? Kangaroo court.
I told him earlier today I was going to use that phrase in the episode, and he beat me to it before I could say anything.
That's all I want.
Does it mean anything?
Nah.
It
It's
means
just a
it-
funny word.
just
no,
type
it's,
the
it's,
state of
it's a
Georgia.
court where the rules of law aren't being followed.
Oh, I thought it was a court full of kangaroos.
No,
It could
it's
be.
Not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Should be.
No.
Anyways, we have this Florida lawyer. Maybe she goes to kangaroo court because she
Yeah.
entered this bar.
Yeah.
Okay. She went to the bar, just, relaxed and trying to get a drink. She goes
Yep.
up to the bartender. Bartender says no.
This sounds like a joke. This sounds like a
Lawyer
setup.
walks into the bar.
Uh-huh.
Bartender says no, I cannot serve you because
Okay.
you are already way too intoxicated.
Wow.
And so she really had no business being there. They told her, if you could please leave. So
Okay.
she goes to the bathroom.
Yep.
Spends a little bit of time out in there. Comes back out fully
Uh-oh.
naked. And so
You
the
know the
manager.
bartender felt. He's like, okay, see, I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the right
You
call.
just proved my
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
She comes out fully naked,
Yep.
like you do in kangaroo court.
Right.
Yes.
From what I
exactly.
understand. And so the manager asked her to get dressed. She refused to
Okay.
leave. Officers finally come and they put they give her a hoodie, zip up hoodie. And
Yeah.
in parentheses, it says she didn't zip it up. But they did ask her to put clothes on. She refused. They ended up having to carry her out. And, she said at that point she was just too tired to put her pants on. Like,
Right.
I'm
God, I've been there.
I'm just too tired.
Yeah.
Right.
But you do that at home, right?
Had a
Not-
big meal.
Yeah.
Had that
well,
insulin spike.
Exactly.
time
But
to
you
go
do that at
night-night.
home, okay? You don't
Yeah,
go
take
to a
'em off.
bar
Yeah.
in our nice bars in Florida. Don't come here
No.
just expecting you can treat the place like your
Right.
home.
What
You
if
know
you're just
I mean?
a silly girl,
Yeah.
Well,
Had-
that's different.
Yeah, you get called drunk. You're like, no, I'm just silly.
I'm in a silly mood right now.
just
a
silly,
it's hot
silly-
in
Yeah,
here.
don't judge me.
I want a free hoodie. Let's see how to get
Thank
one.
you,
You know what I
please.
mean?
Josh, what's the biggest thing you've stuffed in your pants?
Come
wow.
on. Take yourself back to 7 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
Three
anyways,
artichokes.
Okay.
3 artichokes.
Yeah, I was
This
trying to sneak 'em
headline,
out.
we have this Florida man that went into a hardware store, which is strange. True Value hardware store.
Come on.
Okay. Now, this happened on January 22nd, but
Oh, yeah.
it was discovered 2 weeks later because employees found out there was 2 crossbows missing. I don't know why.
At a
from the-
hardware store?
That's what
Okay,
I'm saying. I
okay.
don't know. I didn't know they sold crossbows
Wow.
at hardware
Well, it's
stores.
true value. What is that?
What's
Well,
a value?
I mean, ask him as a former home inspector.
Right.
Don't you need a
You do.
crossbow for one of the
Right.
steps?
Yep.
For the squirrels?
For the squirrels,
Yeah.
and for you
Soffit and fascia.
you shoot the
inspecting
chimneys to make sure they don't fall down.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have to climb on the roof because that's a liability. So you
Get
just do
'em.
it from the driveway. You just shoot the
I like your style.
the
Keep
chimney
going.
doesn't tip over. Anyways, so this guy is seen in a surveillance video walking into True Value,
Mhm.
okay, with a crutch. Okay, he had one crutch,
Wow.
and so then he's seen taking this crossbow and sticking it. This is a big crossbow.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
And he stuffs it down his pants, and then he walks out with the crutch. And it's like, how did
In the
nobody
trunk?
notice this
Right.
crossbow's a
It's
Pretty-
an oblong, weird
pretty
shaped
specific
device. Yeah.
and so
Well, the first rule of someone with crutches is, hey, don't stare at me.
100%.
yeah,
and
don't-
you're not going
don't
to call him
stare
on
at the
something.
crotch specifically.
Right. Yeah.
The crutch.
yeah, the crutch. That's what I said. The crutch.
Yeah, he said the crutch.
Yeah,
Okay,
and so,
sorry.
anyways, it's just very strange that nobody caught this when he was going out. But yeah, I don't
But
know. It's impressive,
I
honestly.
would look though, just because if you come in on crotches, like usually you have two.
Right.
So
Yeah,
him
but there's
only
only
having
one.
one is the
Yeah.
first red flag.
Exactly. They have to be baggy pants too.
Jinkos for sure.
Yeah, Jinkos.
Because
for
you got one
sure.
hand on the crotch, one hand on their pants, trying to
Exactly.
keep them up,
at
and
all
it's just.
times.
I think you
at
said
all
crotch
times.
again.
And no one's saying crotch, dude.
Nobody did.
I'm hearing crotch.
Our
No.
next headline: we have a We have an issue here in
No.
Florida I'd like to bring up. Okay. I didn't realize this was such a problem.
Okay,
all right?
another issue.
But anyways, we are having issues in Palm Beach County.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Mm.
Where we just can't figure out how bridges work.
Bridges?
Bridges are
Bridges.
tricky, right?
Bridges.
For some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this is super sad. The first part of the story is super sad. I'll just touch on it real quick. But
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago, there was a drawbridge that went up with an elderly lady that was on the drawbridge section of the bridge,
No.
walking her bike. The operator let it go up, and she passed away. It was very it was super slow. Somebody tried to save her. I saw it as a headline. People sent it to me. I decided
Yeah,
really
not
not to
slow
get
enough.
into it.
Decide not to cover
But yeah, I'm covering it now though, real quick.
Yeah.
So, anyways, super
Wow.
sad situation.
it. Yeah, it sucks.
And 2
Yep.
weeks later, it's happening again
Same
in the
bridge?
same county where a drawbridge operator put up the drawbridge with a car on it.
Okay.
Like the car is still driving across, and it goes. The drawbridge starts going up. The car is like stuck, but basically at the corner where it's
Yeah.
going up, and is like starts getting tipped
That's
over.
scary.
It ends up being fine. The car gets kind of rolls down the bridge, but it's insane to
Okay.
think that this happened twice in 2 weeks. And like your one job as a drawbridge operator
You know
is to
that
see if anybody's on the
I
bridge.
think that is step one.
that is, and you know that list of jobs that I keep of jobs you can't mess up on.
Yeah.
I'm
That would
adding
be-
I'm adding that to the list. Like it's your one job, and you just basically let someone fall through.
Dude, it's insane.
Bless her heart.
It's
A week
so sad.
before that.
Rule one, look at the bridge.
Yeah,
Right.
is someone there?
anything there.
Don't hit the green button.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
I
I don't
assume it's green.
understand.
Yeah. I assume
Honestly,
it's
I don't understand how like there's no fail safes to like prevent. Hey,
okay.
you know what I mean?
The bridge
you
is
press
coming
the-
up,
you
put in
press
a
the
code.
green,
Cost extra.
and there's like it could tell
Right.
that there's something
Yeah.
on the
Right.
bridge. Anyways, insane. So it's interesting because the bridges are owned by the state of Florida,
Uh-oh.
Right.
but they have like a third party that is actually the Florida Drawbridges Incorporated.
Like
Wow.
bridge investors.
yeah, that
Okay.
are actually running and operating the bridges.
We should. Where's that at again? Did you say?
Palm Beach County.
They're just willy nilly flipping them up and down.
It's
it sounds
nuts, man. I just don't. I can't comprehend how 2 weeks after somebody passed away from it, like it's happening again.
Like.
Where
Yeah, you'd think you'd be high alert, right?
right, and the car is in the middle of the bridge when it happened.
Right.
It's not like on the edge.
Okay,
It's
here's the
legit
thing.
in the middle of the drawbridge.
Not a
portion.
traffic jam or anything.
Nothing.
I get anxiety on bridges anyways, but
Yeah.
now
Yeah, Palm Beach County where you drive through a lot.
I'm just gonna go around it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
I
I mean,
good
it's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's an arm that goes down, basically like
Okay.
a train crossing.
train arm.
Yeah, a train.
A train arm goes down.
Yeah,
like the
I don't
train
know.
crossing.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why there's no patience to like just there's a car there. I'll
Okay.
probably wait for a second.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
anyways, do better. Florida Drawbridge Incorporated.
Get them roasted. There goes our
God.
sponsor.
So long. Anyways, our next headline:
Yeah.
we have a Florida homeowner
Okay.
concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Very concerned when a burglar breaks into their house,
Yep.
Okay.
That's what they do.
Yep.
breaks a window, steals $500 in cash and some fruit. Okay, that's important.
Wow.
Probably avocados or something.
Exotic.
Is that a fruit?
That's not.
Yeah, it
no.
is. It is too. The guys, thank you. It's got $500 laying around.
Nobody
They're-
said
That was
anything.
the first
They're
fruit
eating
that you thought
avocados.
of, though.
avocado. Oh, because it's the
because
A.
it's got $500 laying around. You got nice fruit in your house.
Oh, that's true.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, big.
I don't believe that. I don't support the cartel. So
What? Anyways, so this burglar breaks in, steals $500 in cash. That's
Yeah.
not bad. Steals some fruit,
avocados.
but he doesn't get away without leaving something in return. Goes
Ah.
to the master bathroom, leaves a number 2 on the floor.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Like a $2 bill.
Yeah, puts a shirt over it though.
So he stole $498.
What's
He
happening?
drops the number 2 in the
Okay.
middle of the floor.
$2 bill.
And then puts a shirt over it. And
my
then
granddad.
apparently like 2 houses down does the same thing.
Well, when you have
Wow.
IBS, it comes on fast, my
Yeah, but he
guy.
did
Like
it
you
in the-
have to be ready to
He
go.
made it.
There's plenty. If you're going to go through the trouble of breaking into a house,
Yep.
Yeah.
use the toilet.
I see what you're saying.
You know what
You
I-
deserve the reward.
if
You
you're
broke
gonna
into
Did they
the
DNA
house.
test it?
If
No?
you're going to steal somebody's fruit,
Yeah.
be courteous
Thank you.
and use their toilet.
I like what Josh just said. How do they know it was him?
What do you mean? How do they know it was
Could have
him?
been the homeowner just
Yeah,
embarrassed.
but the homeowner could have went potty and forgot to
Yeah.
flush it. And the police come in, they're embarrassed, and they're like,
Oh,
this guy
crap.
dropped a deuce in my house.
oh crap.
and they covered it with a shirt.
Wait a second. Josh might be onto
Thank
something,
you.
actually.
Come on.
Thank you.
I don't know.
This guy's still on the loose?
Yeah.
The poop bandit.
Yeah, watch your
That's what they're calling them.
Still on the loose.
watch your house. All right, our next headline, we have a 51-year-old
Loose caboose, I think they called him.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good one, Josh.
Thank you.
So pandering.
A
That's
little-
good.
A little delayed, but yeah. it's
good, Josh.
I'm running behind.
Josh
tonight.
always comes up with
I'm
his
like 10
best
seconds
his
behind.
best jokes once I move on to the next headline.
Oh, God.
So 51-year-old Florida man
Mhm.
gets stopped for recklessly driving.
Mhm.
All right. Everybody does it sometimes. But this
What?
Toyota
No,
RAV4
I don't think so.
was running red lights,
Oh,
passing
no.
in no
Okay.
passing zones, not staying within the lines. All right. That's pretty bad.
Okay. Pregnant wife in the car, right?
Yeah, you would hope
I
so.
would
Yeah, you
assume,
got to
yeah.
get to that hospital no matter
Right.
what. And so, anyways, police pull him over, and this guy basically says, "Listen, I'm happy and I'm high, guys."
Come on.
Wow. Okay.
Bless
Okay.
him.
And I just with
Nothing
that
can bring me down.
with that in mind, look at that mugshot.
Oh, my
God
gosh. He
almighty.
is cooked. Wow.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
show
He's
the camera
happy,
real
though.
quick. I mean,
He's
is
happy.
like-
Wow.
he is definitely happy and high, and so police end up finding. I've never seen somebody that looks
Did he say what the
that.
drug
His
was?
eyes are so red and just
Yeah.
so big, and just he looks like he's
They're-
surprised about everything.
Yeah.
Honestly,
There was a
honest
flash.
to
I was
God,
like,
man.
"Huh?"
There's so many crimes that
Wow.
Cameron covers on this segment that, like, I feel like every now and then we should reserve
Yeah.
the right to pardon somebody.
Okay.
You just let him
This-
go.
A reckless driver.
No, I think the bridge operator. I think we just let him.
That's the wrong step.
No, this
Oh,
guy.
geez.
I'm happy and I'm high.
Yeah, well, they ended up finding what they find a vape pen, so, like
Yeah.
a glass pipe,
Yeah.
some marijuana
Uh-oh.
candies.
Oh.
So he had a lot
Yeah.
going on in
Well,
that
I
car.
think the world's kind of messed up right now, man. People need to relax in all different ways. This guy's just trying to hang
For
tight.
sure. Some people like to recklessly drive.
Yeah.
that's the problem. I mean, Wayne's like defending somebody that
Yeah.
could be, wrecking somebody else. Like
Bingo.
he could have killed somebody.
He could have, but
He
we're talking
could've-
we're talking hypotheticals
Yeah,
at this
of course
point.
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have hit a middle school school bus.
That's
School
true.
Bus full
Yeah,
of
while
middle
we're on the topic, I guess the bridge
What else could he have
operator
hit?
could have just collapsed the whole bridge and just smushed 25 cars.
The bridge operator could have done his job and pressed the green button.
Wow,
after
everybody's
there's
getting
no-
roasted.
I guess so.
Shame corner.
Anyway,
Kangaroo court.
Fellas?
Hey, Josh.
So, quotes are great.
I love a good quote, dude.
Quote, right? Everybody loves them, actually.
Yeah.
Here's a great quote.
Yeah.
Lemon, pepper wings, and a freeze cup. Lemons in their face, watch them freeze up.
That's a really
Mm.
good
Yeah, you know who that
Barack
is.
Obama.
Barack Obama and
Yeah.
Gucci Man said that
Right, right.
on the song Lemonade.
Come on.
Really?
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes.
Another great quote is, as things got heated, this,
Oh no,
Here we go.
we're in trouble.
okay. All right. So if I'm honest, if I'm honest, I didn't write that this was a quiz. So I didn't say this was a quiz.
Quiz?
Yeah, it's a quiz.
Oh no,
I have to
Okay.
write it down and then I'll say it.
Oh,
But
like
if I
you were
don't
gonna-
write
you're
it,
supposed to interrupt your own thing and
Yeah.
say
It's a
it's
quiz.
I didn't write it.
Here,
I
you
put
read it and
dash,
we'll
dash,
say
dash.
Instead, he
quiz.
just giggles. and he's like,
Start it again. We'll interrupt.
Quotes are
It's a
great.
quiz.
It's a quiz.
Okay. As things got heated, this guy kind of got into a karate thing.
Is this question one?
This is a quiz. Question one.
Oh, no.
Damn it. I didn't write that either.
Cue the music.
Oofa. This guy kind of got into a karate thing.
Okay.
It was then I remembered and I grabbed the knife. Now,
What? What?
who said this quiz?
I don't know.
Who said this quiz?
Who said this quote?
What is that? Right?
The quote I just read.
Yeah.
Fluidly.
Yeah.
Who said that quote?
Okay.
Was it?
I don't even know what you said.
I'll repeat it.
Okay.
He said, as things got heated, a guy got into karate.
Yeah.
Who said this quiz?
And then I remembered I grabbed the knife.
I remember I grabbed the knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
Was that Michelle Watterson,
Okay.
famous for fighting in the UFC?
Oh, true.
In her YouTube series, Chopping It Up with the Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson. This is where Michelle Watterson cooks and kicks her way into our heart.
Is this the first option?
Yes. This is the first
The
time.
entire thing is A?
Was it?
It's a whole page.
Was it actor John Leguizamo
What?
when he was retelling about a run-in he had with Steven Seagal on the set of Executive Decision
Right.
with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Kurt Russell.
Was it, let me see, famous murderer O.J. Simpson
Okay. Could be.
in an unaired interview about his book, If I Did It, Confessions
Come on.
of the Killer?
Right.
Or was it
D.
the actor Cuba Gooding Jr., star of the movie Radio,
No.
when discussing an on-set altercation during the filming of the inner city crime drama Boys in the Hood?
There's zero. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta. This. Heating
Oh
up.
no, he's sweating.
I
He's
think
taking
it's
the
D.
sweater
I
off.
think it's Cuba
You think
Gooding
it's-
Jr.
okay, yeah.
It's definitely not Karate Mama or
don't
whatever
think
the
so?
first one was.
Michelle Watterson.
She sounds cool though.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
no.
I think OJ did pull knives, but not here.
Yeah, he didn't
And-
say that.
Yeah. No.
B was forgettable, honestly.
Yeah. Kurt Russell.
Oh,
and
John
like,
Leguizamo. Executive
John
Decision?
Leguini. Yeah.
I can't even say that name. I think it's
Yeah.
D.
It's D. Okay, Kim.
Oh man.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Can
I
I go?
don't.
on the-
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the quote. I'm gonna go with A. The karate.
Karate.
The karate mommy.
Karate
Okay,
Mommy.
let me see. Looks like that quote, as things got heated, this guy kind of got into a karate thing. It was then I remember I grabbed the knife. That was O.J. Simpson.
No.
He gave a quote when he released his book to the book publisher. She interviewed him TV style. It was unreleased,
Wow.
but they found it, and he said, hypothetically,
Oh yeah.
as things got heated, this guy kind of got in the karate thing, and I remember I grabbed the knife.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No way.
So, no
Nicole
points.
Brown Simpson, or it was the Kato Kalin grabbed the knife, is what he was
Goldman,
saying.
Ronald Goldman.
Ronald
yeah.
Goldman grabbed the knife. Oh my god.
Question 2.
Dang.
Although the last quote was not made by Cuba Gooding Jr.
No, it blows me away.
directly, it kind of was.
Okay.
Because in the TV special, The People vs. O.J. Simpson,
Right.
America Crime Story,
Yeah.
which revolves around the O.J. Simpson murder case
No.
of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman,
Yep. Cleared that up.
Cuba
Yep.
Gooding Jr. is O.J. Simpson. Huh?
No.
Now that is a connection.
Did he really play OJ?
Yeah, he did. That's a connection.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed, I have
Yeah.
here. But is this an odder connection?
What?
Ask
Like the animal?
No, O-D-D-E-R. Is this an otter? Ask yourself that and answer this question. There was a co-star on that special.
Okay.
His name was Evan Handler, right?
Okay.
He played the role of Alan Dershowitz, who defended OJ.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. He was also in another TV special,
Friends.
this one called Frog Men.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different guy.
Different guy. This was where a team of Navy SEALs take on a special assignment for the government in the private sector. The operation is fronted out of a dive shop in Malibu. Their leader,
What's happening?
John Bullfrog Burke, travels to Costa Rica with his SEALs to rescue a friend who married Burke's ex-wife. Burke's team includes a ladies' man, a master of disguise, and an expert con man. Now, while preparing for his key role in Frogmen, Handler and his 4 co-stars received training by Navy SEALs in such things as hand-to-hand combat and knife handling.
Perfect.
Okay.
This is the connection, the knife.
Yeah.
Is this A?
I don't know.
No. That's still the question. Oddly enough, in that TV movie,
This is a lesson, not a question.
there was a scene in which the leader, Bullfrog,
Oh,
Yeah.
is shown grabbing who he believes is an intruder,
No.
a young woman,
No.
and momentarily holding a knife to her throat.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not nice.
So this film never actually made it to TV,
Okay.
unfortunately, because 5 weeks after wrapping production, Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman were found murdered.
Right.
Now, fellas, who played John Bullfrog Burke in the TV movie Frogman?
Oh my god.
Was it?
Can you read the question again?
I can't. God bless, I can't. Was it John Leguizamo,
Oh,
famous for a movie like The Pest?
okay.
Was
Is
it
that the same guy from B from
I
earlier?
think it is.
Was it Cuba Gooding Jr.
From radio.
from Boat Trip? Was it Bronco Sampson, famous Ford executive,
What?
Ford Motor Company executive?
I got you.
Moonlighted, or was it O.J. Simpson, famous murderer?
I think O.J. Simpson.
I would think if they pulled it, it'd have to be OJ.
I think Cuba Gooding Jr. would have been like 11 at this
Yeah.
time frame. I don't think he would
You
have been
think
old enough to
O.J. Simpson was trained with a knife?
be Bullfrog Johnson.
Oh no.
Yeah,
What?
on the set of
Yeah.
a TV movie.
I think so.
5 weeks.
Wayne and I are together on this one.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so
so.
it's 0-0 right now, and then if you align, it'd be 1-1.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, let me zoom in here. O.J. Simpson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it.
So there's an IMDb. It's a Frogman, and he is Bullfrog Burke.
no
He was trained by Navy SEALs.
I bet it was gonna
use
be a really good
knife.
movie.
Yeah.
Wait, he was trained by Navy SEALs to use a knife 5
Yeah.
weeks before that happened.
And in the movie, he puts a knife up to a woman's throat.
Shame, for shame. I
Scary
don't like those
stuff.
kind of. I don't like those kind of
Me
So
movies.
is the SEAL's
either.
fault.
Yeah, it was the SEALs. It's always
It's
the
always
Navy
America's
It's always the
fault.
SEAL's fault.
Question 3. Oh, let's see. Oh, Bronco Samson. Speaking of Broncos,
Yes, he drove a Bronco.
Ford's new SUV, the Ford Bronco, just
Okay.
released, and it's king of the dirt right now. they
Come
say.
on.
No, it's not.
Ford actually says, and this is a quote: "You can look purty while riding dirty."
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah,
Bro,
I don't like that.
What do you think? You think that's true?
I
That's
don't-
not
I
the
don't
question.
like
This
that
is
at
an
all.
opinion.
No, I don't like it.
No.
No,
And I've
not
heard
for
terrible reviews. So
Yeah.
Okay, so the original Ford Bronco was released August 11, 1965. You guys
That's
know
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And it stopped production in 1996.
Oh, because of O.J. Simpson.
Well, there was a little hiccup there. You're right. June 17th of 1994. This is when there was a Ford Bronco piloted by murderer O.J. Simpson.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And he
Do
led
remember
police
that.
on a police chase.
Right. A very slow chase.
Yeah, very slow.
Yeah.
They could have pit maneuvered.
They couldn't catch him.
Yeah.
So Ford's new Bronco, though, beautiful, right?
Yeah.
It was announced to be released on July 9th. Now, this date has some significance. Is it because this is the date Bronco Sampson passed away?
No.
Is this the anniversary of Steven Seagal assaulting John Leguizamo?
Why does he keep coming up?
Is this
I have no idea who that is.
If you saw me, you would.
is this O.J. Simpson's birthday?
I don't know.
Or is it the day Garth Brooks accidentally kicked a fan's toupee off at a concert in Gainesville?
I hope it's that one.
What do you think for the winner? 10 points.
I'm gonna go Garth. I don't think OJ's a summer baby.
No? Cam?
I'm gonna go.
You think
John
it's Bronco Sampson?
Linguini, whatever his name is.
Leguizamo?
I don't even remember what the answer
John
was.
LeGuine.
Yes.
John Leguizamo was assaulted by Steven Seagal. You think it's that?
July 9th.
I can't tie in.
Okay.
enough. I can't.
Let me zoom in and see. No, that's OJ's birthday.
No.
Oddly enough, yeah.
That's
And,
insane, dude.
When Ford found out, they
pulled it.
quietly said, "Oh no, that's not the reason," and then they moved the date to July 13th.
Really?
No way.
But the Ford Bronco was originally
The
to be
power that
released.
OJ has still, man.
Man.
And he had a lot of power to begin with. Great running back. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, dude, like,
This guy,
Did we?
sportsman.
Did we both lose?
Yeah, you both lost. Well, you
No,
both
we
tied.
tied.
we've
one
never
to
had.
one.
Who's the
With
winner?
1
This
point.
Josh won his own quiz.
I
dude.
won my own.
There's no
quiz.
tiebreaker.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'm.
No,
you
there's no
Make
tiebreaker.
make one up
No,
off the
no,
top of your
I got something.
Oh no.
The term breadwinner. Its origin traces
written
back
down.
a long time. Yeah, I've got it here. Breadwinner.
Not thoroughly. Its origin traces back a long time.
Yeah. Back when kings led medieval peasants and pheasants and stuff.
Yeah.
They would
Peasants and peasants.
well, a lot of
People
birds.
and birds.
Yeah, a lot of birds would hang out too.
Right.
They would toss out bread, right?
Okay.
To the peasants.
Right.
Okay.
Usually, the tall guy would get the bread,
Come on.
which kind of led to the tall preference that women have.
Right.
Supposedly that's
Wow.
happening.
Come on.
Yeah.
But when the people came home with the bread, the men usually, they were called the breadwinner.
I see what you're saying.
Because they're taller.
Bingo.
Come on.
Yeah, and they got the bread. They won the bread.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that true?
Yes.
Kim?
No.
No, I made it up. Kim wins.
No!
I'm glad I asked.
Yes.
That's bullcrap. Solomon Davies Warfield was born September 4th, 1859
I'm
in
sorry.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Was that a name you said or a
Warfield?
location?
That's it. Solomon Davies Warfield was
You
born
understand that,
September
like,
4th.
Solomon Davies
Warfield.
Warfield. It sounds like possessive, like Solomon
Wow,
Davies.
listen to this. Lessened.
It's
Yeah,
interesting.
I
It's
know.
confusing.
So
Yeah.
first name Solomon, middle
Okay.
name Davies, last name Warfield.
Mm,
1859 was his birthday.
perfect.
Solomon's father was a man named Henry Warfield.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy started off as like a simple farmer. Okay.
Okay, wow.
The thing about Solomon's dad was
What did he grow
worked-
in that field?
Well, here's the thing. He worked harder than the average farmer
Yeah.
in the sense that he had a really keen eye for business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So in the mid to late 1800s, the economic layout of Maryland was different than the economic layout of Florida at the time.
Okay.
Because at the same time in Florida, you had like two options. You could be a cattle herder or a farmer, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Whereas in Maryland, you had a lot of different options of what you could do for a living.
Yeah.
So what what his father did, when he realized that not everybody could even be a farmer up in
Right.
Maryland, he started growing more than he needed, and then he would sell it to people. Like he would kind of like upcharge it.
That's farming.
Yeah, I think that would be the role of the second farmer that ever existed.
Well, no, for the most part at this time in
Like they were-
history,
they were growing for
people were
themselves.
farming for themselves.
Homesteaders.
Okay.
Right. So Solomon's dad was
Yeah.
growing for himself and like the region around it.
Now that's just smart.
It's very
Very
smart.
smart.
Basically to the point that like he was considered to be the region's grain merchant.
Wow.
Wow.
Which was like a very ancient title that wasn't
For
given
sure.
out.
Yeah.
This guy comes around and he's kind of dubbed the grain merchant. He's feeding the area.
He probably get a sash, I assume.
He did have a sash. He had a lot of power because he controlled the food for the
Okay.
most part. And he also had a ton of money because of this.
The breadwinner, you could say.
He was very tall.
Oh,
He
okay.
was very tall. So here's the thing. Solomon's dad used that money and influence
Mhm.
to purchase the Baltimore and Ohio railroads.
wow.
That seems like something.
That's a lot of grain.
yeah.
You guys play Monopoly?
Never hate it.
Have. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy,
Railroads are a big deal.
it's a big deal. This guy owns two major railroads
Two
in
out of
the
four.
1800s,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So this was the family background for Solomon Warfield. This is how he was raised.
Okay.
His father was, this transportation tycoon,
Wow.
a grain merchant, whatnot. Basically, here's the thing: his dad was insistent that Solomon grow up normal and not grow
Well,
up
that's
as a
gonna be
super
tough.
rich kid.
Okay.
And so he wouldn't give Solomon anything. He was like, "Son, if you want something,
Well,
go get a job.
Go
Oh,
gra-
that's also
grow
the
some
opposite
grain.
end.
Go work
sell
for
it.
yourself.
Yep.
Pick yourself up by
Don't
your
like
bootstraps and go do it." Right, which basically meant that like Solomon would do these very basic menial jobs,
Mhm.
and people would be like, "Isn't your dad like a railroad tycoon? Like,
Right,
why are you
right,
digging
right.
ditches?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing out here?" But it kept him grounded. Solomon Warfield got his first like real job at 15 years old when he was hired to work as a clerk to a sugar merchant.
Oh.
Okay.
Now that's where he makes some real
That
money.
sounds fun.
That's
That's
sugar
a,
merchant.
Little
Everybody wants
Debbie's.
sugar.
that's
Yeah.
a sweet gig.
Yeah.
Very
Cupcake ding
sweet
dongs.
gig. Come on. Here's the thing. Solomon was in charge of bookkeeping,
Okay.
doing the inventories of all the sugar supplies
Right.
in the
Wow.
Northeast.
Yeah.
He's
What?
a trusted position.
Yeah.
This guy was in at 15 years old.
Okay.
So after years of doing this, Solomon, he began to leverage this experience, bookkeeping for sugar merchants
Yeah.
and then growing up the son of a grain merchant. And he started his own manufacturing company. It was called the Warfield Manufacturing Company,
Okay.
and it was extremely successful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with a name
Obviously.
like that,
Yeah.
you can't fail.
Pedigree.
That's it. This guy,
Yeah.
he's known for it in the business. He was the general machine supplier for the entire Northeast. So we're talking like tractors, any kind of heavy machinery.
Sure.
Wow.
You were going to Solomon for this
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
Warfield.
Dad,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
need a tractor for that grain?
That's
Yeah.
right, baby.
All
Talk
right.
to me.
Come talk to me, pops.
No discounts.
Yeah. So and his dad probably would have appreciated that.
True.
He's
Yeah.
like, this
okay,
guy's a
wow.
businessman. I raised you right. The thing that set Solomon's company apart from the other major companies was how well it was managed. The products were very well made. They always went out on time. And it was this rare situation where like this massive company had the employees and clients who were both very happy. Like they were just very
Okay.
happy because of Solomon's leadership. They really loved him as a person. He's a very good manager. So life is going great for him at this point. Things are looking up. And in 1893, Solomon's sitting behind his desk at his office, and his secretary comes in and says, "Hey, you have a phone call.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You got a phone call." He goes, "I'm busy. Who is it?" She goes,
Wow.
"It's the president of the United States."
I'm busy.
Well, yeah.
And
Still.
he was like, "Which one?" I'm busy.
What year
For
is
real.
it?
Yeah.
What
So,
year is it?
yeah. As it turns out, President Grover Cleveland had heard
Yeah.
about Solomon Warfield
I would've
and about
asked.
how good of a manager he was.
Yeah.
And he wanted to offer him a new position.
Wow.
When GC calls, though,
When GC calls, baby, you got to answer. In the late 1800s, this is the reason why the U.S. Postal Service was riddled with mismanagement. And President Cleveland thought that Solomon Warfield was just the man to clean it up.
There's bomb threats
Wow.
everywhere.
okay.
Dude.
We got to
What
get
a
this figured out,
reputation.
bro.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be letters in the mail,
I
Yeah.
know.
not dynamite.
For real.
Crazy.
So the president asked Solomon to
Okay.
graciously, serve in this position, and he does, and it changes his title to the postmaster.
Wow.
Ooh.
Postmaster.
Such a tough title
Yeah.
too. It just feels
The
strong,
master
man.
of
Like,
post.
master of post. This guy.
Postmaster Warfield.
Come on.
Oh my God.
That's like
Wow.
a final boss fight, isn't
That's
it?
scary.
What
Yeah.
a tough name, dude.
Oh, he's throwing letters at you.
He is. So obviously, like Solomon's resume is really kind of stacked at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
But he takes his new job very serious, and he tells the secretary, "I want to travel around the country, and I want to see just how these things are being ran. I want to see how
Okay.
the post offices are being ran.
Where are these letters going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are they being delivered?
Yeah.
So he goes, I tell you what.
Stamps?
He goes, they're living in Baltimore at the
For
time.
sure.
He goes, I want you to book me a train. I'm going to go all the way down to Miami.
Love it.
I want to go
Okay.
all the way down to Miami and see
Start
how,
at the bottom.
see how things are doing,
Yeah.
right? And she goes, well, here's the thing. You can't take a train all the way there.
Don't like that.
Yeah, the trip will start via boat and then some car and then some train, but you can't take a train all the way there.
You got to walk a little bit.
Well, that's
between two.
inconvenient.
He was kind of upset about that, but
Yeah.
he goes, you know what? Don't worry about it. Let's just go ahead and go down
Book
there.
me
So,
a car, train, ferry,
Mhm.
and shoes.
yeah, you got the itinerary. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, please.
So he ends up taking the trip down south. It takes him a while, but he finally gets to Miami. When he gets to Miami, something very special happens.
Grover Cleveland's out of office. It's been 4 years.
Already unelected, and he got replaced. Someone else has his job. But he gets down there and he falls in love with the state of Florida. He loves everything about this place, the climate, the scenery, and the people. So the only problem was, in his eyes,
Mhm.
the place that he loved the most in the world was it took too long to get there.
It's hard to get there.
Amen.
It's
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
too long, way
The
too hard to get
peninsula
there.
shape.
Did he even know about the barefoot mailman?
He had
Wow.
no idea at the time.
Yeah,
What's
they
he
didn't-
doing? He's postmaster.
He came down there to learn.
Jeez.
Wow.
Barefoot Mailman was kayaking somewhere, delivering mail. So on that day, standing in South Florida,
Mm-hmm.
Solomon Warfield decided that he would build a train
Of
that
course.
ran all the way from New York City to Miami.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
wow.
this seems ambitious for
Yeah.
a
Well, that's the thing.
He's postmaster.
postmaster.
That
yeah.
feat alone would be absolutely incredible. It would have been at the time the longest straight shot track in the United States.
Wow.
But Solomon wasn't satisfied with it just being the longest railway. He wanted it to be the fanciest.
Okay. Well, you
Okay,
have
well,
to have
yeah.
two things that you're known
Do
for.
you?
He's like,
though?
if we're going to go from New York to Miami, this is going to be the classiest thing.
Yeah.
He said, this is a quote from
Cotton
him.
candy machine?
He said, this
I
is going to be
assume?
the most luxurious experience in the world.
Yeah. I want it to be
Oh.
long and I want it to be luxurious.
Come on. Same
Okay.
thing was said about Cameron in
Yep.
high school.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. The train would be basically the first train that was basically like a house on tracks.
Okay.
It had sleeper cars.
Oh,
Had a bar car.
this is new.
Yeah, this
Wow,
is all new.
okay,
A
perfect.
bar car that only served the finest alcohol.
Yeah.
I like it.
A dining car that was a 5-star restaurant.
Cool.
Whoa.
And it even had an entertainment car where nationally known artists would entertain and mingle with the
Okay.
guests on
I
the
want to
entire
ride
trip.
this train.
Yeah. I mean,
Same.
what's the width of a train car? I don't know, 15 feet?
I don't know.
That's
Seems
tough to cram.
Oddly big.
It's a
Right?
lot, but I think this train was massive and had a lot of different cars on it.
Okay.
So basically, Solomon, he has this vision, but he needs help completing it. And so he asked his niece, Wallace Warfield. She was a consultant. She was kind of a socialite.
Wallace?
Her name was Wallace.
That's beautiful. I love
Don't
it.
make fun of
And
it.
he asked his niece Wallace, "Will you help me conceptualize this?
Okay.
Help
wow.
me bring it to
Yeah.
fruition. I think you're the person to do this. And when you're done,
You're very luxurious.
yeah,
Yeah.
and when you're done, I'll let you name it.
Perfect.
Wow.
You have the
okay.
naming
I'm not gonna
rights
pay
to this.
Yeah, no
But you can
pay
name it.
involved.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a big deal, though. This was history in our country,
Okay.
so she was honored to do it.
Hmm.
So here's the thing: his niece, she begins tackling this major project,
Yep.
Mhm.
but at around the halfway point, she gets a bit distracted, and she accidentally falls in love with the King of England.
What?
Okay. Just okay.
She
Now-
had one job: build a train.
Now
What
I
are you
can
doing in
tell
England,
where you
That
started making it
happens.
up.
dude? What?
That happens, you know.
How's that even happen? How's
He
that
came
meeting?
to
doesn't
visit.
seem
look?
possible.
The King of England came to visit the project. She fell in love
Okay.
with him. The problem wasn't
He needs
her-
Everybody does.
He needs to
though.
mind his own business.
Here's the thing: the
For
problem
real.
wasn't her falling in love with him. The problem was he fell in love with her too,
Right.
and she
Okay,
was a
wow.
commoner and an American.
Well, she's luxurious though.
but she's an
For
American.
real.
That's
Yeah.
an issue. Yeah.
So the King of England,
Not for me, but for them.
Oh, good to hear.
the King of England, Edward VIII,
Okay.
chose to marry his niece Wallace, Solomon's niece Wallace.
Oh,
And
okay.
So he
It's close.
abdicates his throne,
yeah.
What?
which is where
Really?
the movie The King's Speech came from. That guy gave up his throne
Oh.
to marry this woman
For
that
the
he
train
met.
builder.
And to
the
talk
train,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And basically Solomon's like, "Hey, this is all good. I'm glad you married the king. This is a real fairy tale situation.
Yeah.
What
yeah,
about my
okay.
train?
Yeah.
I'm
Get back to
following you.
work.
Yeah, my train's kind of hurting.
Yeah.
And
Get your new
Wallace-
boyfriend involved.
Yeah,
too.
Wallace was like, "Deuces, I'm moving to England."
No.
Yeah, she left them here.
Wow.
So basically, Solomon's like, "Okay, I'll finish the train myself, and you
Okay.
know what? I'm revoking the naming rights. I'm gonna name it myself."
Well, yeah.
And so Solomon chooses to name it after the beautiful white flowers that he noticed all around Florida when he was traveling.
Daisies.
And in 1926, the Orange Blossom Special
Daisies.
made its
Orange
debut.
Blossom
Run
Special.
from, it ran from New
Okay.
York all
Uh-huh.
the way to Miami, making history.
That's
So
insane.
here's the thing:
What year? I'm sorry.
1926.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
So
Wow.
Solomon loved our state so much
Mhm.
that he turned 3 of the cars on the train into what he called viewing cars.
Okay.
Poured
Okay.
sand in them.
yeah.
Basically, the viewing cars were made almost entirely of glass,
Mm.
and they existed solely for passengers to sit and enjoy the countryside as they made their way south.
Mm.
But he was
Yep,
so
that's what a train is.
he
I
was
thought.
so
thought so
particular
too.
about Florida
Yeah.
that he wouldn't open the viewing cars until the train crossed Florida state line.
Oh my God.
So he wouldn't let people go out there
No
and view
way.
other countrysides
Yeah.
until they crossed Florida
my
state lines,
gosh.
and then he was like, "All right, doors open."
They're like,
Jeez.
we've been in here
Blackout.
for 2 months. It's like we haven't seen sunlight.
Candlelight only.
Here's the thing: the trip that he took initially to Miami
Yeah.
was 2.5 weeks. This
Oof.
train ride was 30 hours, which is
Oh, okay, that's
massive
not
in
bad.
1926.
30 hours.
That's a
yeah.
big, yeah.
That's impressive.
No
New York to
stops along
Miami.
the way.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I took a
absolutely
bus
amazing,
ride
right?
from New York to Tallahassee. It was
Tell us
20,
about it.
24 hours.
Well, that's
It
interesting.
was awful.
That's modern day.
It was terrible. There
I
was
know.
nobody singing. There was no 5-star restaurant.
None of that.
No bar.
Well, here's the
Windows?
thing:
No.
no windows.
No.
Unfortunately, Solomon's train
Yeah.
it did really well for 30 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was decommissioned in the 50s.
Yeah.
But the name Orange Blossom Special actually went down in history for other reasons.
Okay.
One of the train's
Oh,
most
Elvis
famous,
Presley.
No.
close.
No, close.
One of the train's most famous passengers was a man named Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Okay.
And
whatever.
Johnny Cash enjoyed the trip so much, enjoyed the state so much, that he named his best-selling record the Orange Blossom Special.
Good, too. It's a good song.
Okay.
And
So
the-
he ripped it off.
Yeah, he as inspiration, we call
Oh,
that as
okay.
artists. So The song, the title track, Orange
Yeah.
Blossom Special, is considered to be the most played and most recognized country song of all time.
What?
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's crazy
There's
about
a
it
sick
is,
harmonica solo.
Is
well,
there?
originally there was a fiddle solo, and it's actually considered to be the fiddler's national anthem. If you're a fiddler player
What's
and you can play
happening?
Orange Blossom Special,
Okay.
you're considered to be good.
Really?
That's like
crazy,
the trial of success there.
I can't play it.
After the train was decommissioned, Solomon Warfield went on to be the president of the Seaboard Railway and the president of the Continental Trust Company, which was basically the loan company in New York City.
Wow.
He was president of both. After his death, he was so well respected that the USS President Warfield, a giant warship, was
What?
named in his honor.
Okay.
And that
Too
warship,
many- too
that
many
warship,
things.
the SS President Warfield, was known because it was used to transport Jewish refugees from Nazi-controlled Germany to British
Wow.
This
territories
guy.
in the 1940s. So
This guy.
I mean, we knew the name.
What's
As soon as you said the
happening?
name, I'm
Yeah.
like, this
Is that the
guy.
ship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ship.
that's the
yeah,
ship. Well,
the Warfield
Cameron
ship.
recognized the ship, and you recognize the fiddle line, Josh.
Yeah.
That's
I was
true.
like, is that from the
Can you
fiddle
hum it?
song? Hit the deer doom. Bang, 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 bang.
He got it.
Yeah. But it goes on for like another 45 seconds.
35
Sounds-
hours.
it
Actually,
sounds like a
that's
banjo.
how it goes. The Orange Blossom Special.
good.
Could you imagine, like,
Bro, that's a good one.
a
good-
lot of our Florida men will do these extraordinary things based off minor inconveniences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was inconvenienced by having to switch vehicles. By
And he
going,
loved the beauty of Florida.
I love that. Like, he loved Florida's beauty so much that he was like, I'm not even going to allow you to look at any other state's countryside
Wow.
That's insane.
That's pretty
until you
cool.
get to
I love it
Florida.
though. Yeah.
And then you're like, look at all these
Yeah.
chickens. You know what I mean? Like,
You think like Georgia tourism, they're like, okay, will you please just open the windows a little early?
he's like,
Yeah.
Nah.
no,
We need some vitamin D.
Wow.
no, not here.
That's a pretty cool
170,
story.
That's a
guys.
good one.
Yeah, 170.
Yeah. I like
And a
it
cool
lot.
name.
Warfield, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think? And do you think he had a mustache?
Oh, yeah.
With a name-
chops.
with a
I think
name
he
like
had
that?
Big
Big
chops.
mutt.
Okay, why are you
chops.
asking though? Because the
'Cause
one
certain-
guy
'cause
in the
you have
room
a
with a
mustache.
mustache.
Certain names have that masculine, just you know what I'm saying? Like you feel.
No,
it,
no. I
like-
think he had a boyish haircut and
Yeah.
clean shaven
You think so?
and glasses.
I don't think so. You
Wear
think he? You
Reeboks.
think he wore bod spray?
Yeah, for sure. Big bot spray.
Axe.
Patreon.com/FMOFM
That's where the goodies
podcast
are.
is where you can find all the extra stuff. Tonight, if you're listening, you missed out on a few visual things.
There
that
were a
we
lot of good
only
visuals.
gave
yeah.
to
The happy
our
guy from
live
Headlines.
streamers.
Josh was giving away Wendy's Frosty coupons earlier.
Yeah,
Were
I
you
bought, I bought a
insane.
pack during Halloween.
Yeah.
That's what you're
And I
missing, ladies
forgot
and
about
gentlemen.
them.
Listen, we love you
Crazy.
so much. Thank you for hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna go night night now.
And tell
but-
us your favorite sweet snack.
Go listen
Little
to the Orange Blossom special though. It's a good song.
Amen. I just want some more sweet
Tell
snacks.
us your favorite sweet snack.
I'm interested.